Hey guys, Dean here. Now today I want to discuss an install of an ALPHA tent and an XT awning onto a 200 series Landcruiser. Now it's going to be a bit of a longer video, not just going through the car, but more of how to do it and what is going to be really handy and you need to do it. We get a lot of questions on vehicles, for example the 200 series and on the Prado 150s, where they have fixed roof mounted accessories on a wagon style vehicle. Now what this means is that we don't have the adjustment on the actual load bars or the rail mounts that you would have had, say for an older vehicle like an 80 series with a gutter mount or a full length gutter on the side, easy for adjusting. So we, on any tent setup, and it doesn't just go for Bush Company tents, on any tent setup, it is easier to get your full adjustments and adjustability off of a full length roof rack. Now, even if this roof rack was a little bit longer, it would actually be much better and giving you further options down the track for bolting on various accessories. The reason on a 200 series, which makes it quite awkward to mount a 270-degree style awning on, is the fact that 200 has got a really big spoiler on the back. So if you can see, it goes right up. So not only are we trying to clear the door height over there, with an awning, with a truss style awning specifically, but also this spoiler gets in the way. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do it and how to do it on basically an ALPHA tent, including the XT 270-degree awning, which is a truss style awning. So bear with me, let's run through the video and we'll run through the install next. See you soon. Alright, so we've got the tent in here and we've laid the tent on top of the Rhino Rack Pioneer platform. This is also a 3/4 rack. It's not a full length rack for this vehicle, so we are slightly limited to the amount of adjustability we have. Now we're just going to make it on the rack, and I'll show you what we're trying to avoid or be aware of. Is when your 270-degree style awning folds in to the back, we need to make sure we have enough clearance between the rear spoiler and the actual back of the tent. So on this specific vehicle, when it opens up there like such, you can actually see there's at least 150 mils gap on that. Now our awning should just clear the back of that as well as the back of that, coming in pretty tight, but we will just make it on this. What you'll also see is the tent to awning brackets facing in the upward position. So instead of down like such, we can invert these as well. The important part of that is that we're actually getting up higher, so we are getting more gap effectively to the rear spoiler. The lower it is, the tighter it'll be. On this vehicle with such a low profile, we've gone up. Your awning is effectively going to hang over the back fairly long to clear the latches. However, in a conventional setup where this is underneath, we can actually get the awning to tuck underneath the tent, which is handy. But this way, just over the back, we should make it just fine. We might have to do an adjustment on the spring steel rods, and I'll show you that a bit later. All right guys, so we fitted up the awning now in the workshop and basically come outside. Yeah, it's almost dark, so let's see if we can get this quickly. One important thing to note is when having your brackets in an upright position, you need to bend a dog leg in the pole. What that basically is your spring steel rod comes as a straight edge on the ALPHA tent from new. We measure off the end where it goes into the tent, bend up about 100 mils and then come out again on a 90-degree angle. So let me show you what that comes in at on the actual vehicle. So that's it there. So you can probably hold it against my body there, but we've bent up the 90-degree about 100 mils and that section inserts. That's going to get it above and out of the way of the arms on the awning. You'll probably find on certain awnings you have to go even higher than 100 mils. Because the XT awning of ours has the lowest section at the bottom, it's really handy when you have to come up that little bit. So what I'll do is just pop this basically back in the tent. There we go. That's the ALPHA tent on there. Jump on the top there. All right, pretty straightforward. Now this tent went on great, really low profile, and we managed to squeeze it as far forward. Noting that when you open up the awning, it has to be between the rear spoiler and the tent and miss those latches on the back of the tent. So opening it up, open up the awning first to show you. So zip, open that, and basically swing this all the way around beforehand. You'll see now it actually goes underneath the pole, and you can clearly see there what we try to achieve with that dog leg bend. that pole is going to go underneath that section there. So bring this around, tie it off underneath over there, pull it tight. There we go. Now once that's in position there, on the 200s, quite a nice gap. The spoiler on the rear just touches the canvas lightly, but there's a gap between the awning and the top of the door, as well as a gap between the spoiler and the awning. So there's plenty of space for movement there if it is raining, and you still get full height opening on the door as well. So that's great. Going through this vehicle while I've got you in the back here is still a work in progress, and they're busy building it up, but a nice tighten drawer system in there, great 12-volt display, easy access to your battery reading monitors over there, SIG lighter outlets and so on. MSA drop slide, as well as a new Dometic fridge. So that's come out great. And this also has the MSA cage barrier. Perfect for if you want to pack your different products on the top or on the sides, so it doesn't really get in the way of the fridge being on the slider. On the front end of the vehicle, we've got a TJM bull bar, a GME radio up the front end, and TJM XGS shocks underneath with a good set of all-terrain BF Goodrich tires. A perfect startup and creating up the build of a touring setup. Guys, thanks for watching this video. For more information on our products, go to thebushcompany.com. Don't forget to go bush, and catch you later.